Why did humans invent taxes? Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that taxes no longer exist. No income tax, no property tax, no sales tax, nothing. At first, it sounds amazing. You keep every dollar you earn. Nobody takes a cut, no paperwork, no audits, no tax season. But here's the strange part. For most of human history, governments didn't collect taxes the way they do today. And when taxes first appeared, they weren't invented to fund roads, or schools, or hospitals. In fact, some historians argue taxes were never really about raising money at all. They were about something much more powerful: control. Because once a ruler can make millions of people owe something, they don't just gain wealth, they gain obedience. And the first civilization to figure this out changed human history forever. But before we get there, we need to answer a much stranger question. If taxes are so hated, why did humans keep inventing them over and over again? Let's go back about 10,000 years, before governments, before kings, before money. Imagine you're living in a small farming village. There are no tax collectors, no accountants, no forms. If your neighbor needs help building a house, you help. If your family has a bad harvest, others share food. Nobody calculates percentages, nobody keeps receipts. The system runs on relationships, not taxation, and for thousands of years that worked, until humans created something that changed everything: cities. And this is where the story gets weird, because cities created a problem no human society had ever faced before. Strangers, thousands of them, people who didn't know each other, people who couldn't rely on trust alone. And suddenly, rulers needed a way to feed soldiers, build walls, store grain, and keep huge populations from falling apart. They needed resources, a lot of them. So they invented one of the most powerful ideas in human history: the obligation to pay. The earliest known taxes appeared in ancient Mesopotamia roughly 5,000 years ago, but they weren't paid in money. Money barely existed. Instead, people paid with grain, livestock, labor, sometimes entire months of their lives. If a king ordered a canal built, you worked. If a temple needed grain, you delivered it. Refusal wasn't really an option, because the purpose wasn't simply collecting resources. The purpose was proving authority. Every tax payment reinforced the same message: the ruler has the right to demand something from you, and that's a far bigger source of power than the grain itself. But ancient rulers soon discovered something even more powerful than collecting taxes. They discovered they could create taxes first, and money second, and that changes the entire story. Most people think governments collect taxes because money already exists. Historically, the opposite often happened. Governments created demand for money by taxing people. Here's how. Imagine a king creates a new coin. Nobody wants it, nobody trusts it, it has no value. Now the king announces, you must pay your taxes using this coin. Suddenly everyone needs it. Farmers need it, merchants need it, workers need it, not because the coin's valuable, because the tax bill is. This is one reason many historians believe taxation helped create monetary systems. The tax came first, the demand for money came after, which means taxes weren't just funding governments, they were helping create economies. But if taxes became so useful, why does almost everyone hate them? The answer has less to do with economics and more to do with psychology. Main point 3. Humans evolved in small groups. For hundreds of thousands of years, sharing was personal. You knew exactly who received your effort, you saw the people benefiting from it. Taxes feel different, you lose something immediately, and the benefit often feels distant or invisible. Psychologists call this loss aversion. Losing $100 hurts more than gaining $100 feels good, which means taxes trigger one of the strongest emotional responses humans have: the feeling that something is being taken, even when that money eventually returns through services, infrastructure, security, or public systems. Your brain feels the loss first, and losses scream louder than gains. But throughout history, taxes have done something even stranger. They've started wars, toppled governments, triggered revolutions: the American Revolution, the French Revolution, countless uprisings throughout history. People will tolerate hunger, hardship, even danger, but once they believe taxation is unfair, the legitimacy of the entire system begins to crack. And rulers have known this for thousands of years because taxes reveal something deeper than money. They reveal whether people believe authority is justified. So, why did humans invent taxes? Not because governments needed money, at least not originally. Taxes emerged because large societies needed a way to organize resources, create obligations, build states, and coordinate millions of strangers who would never meet each other. Taxes are one of humanity's oldest technologies, a tool that helped transform villages into civilizations, empires into nations, and strangers into societies. The next time taxes come out of your paycheck, it's easy to think you're looking at a financial transaction, but you're actually looking at something much older, a system that has existed in one form or another for thousands of years, a system powerful enough to create cities, build empires, start revolutions, and shape the modern world. Because taxes were never just about money, they were always about the relationship between people and power.